evening, viewers, and thank you for joining me tonight on Hotspot. In World Cup soccer, gratuliert Germany for taking the trophy over a battered Argentinian side, and wir Glück for 2018. On with tonight's lineup, we take a look at the South Australians who took part in the Gold Coast Airport Marathon in Brisbane, and their netball contingent who also took part in the Salvation Army Netball Federation tournament held in Adelaide, Australia. In Rugby League, PNG NRL will be rolling out their League for Life program in schools around Port Moresby.
But mostly I think we'll come up with a timetable, so each class will be slotted into the timetable.
And as always, we wrap up tonight with our weekend drill. After undergoing a reconstruction and refurbishment exercise, the Tarama Aquatic Centre at the Tarama Barracks in Port Moresby was officially opened earlier this week. The Aquatic Centre will now be used by our athletes to prepare for the 2015 Pacific Games, the Defence Force personnel, and Tarama Primary School students. With the aim of leaving a lasting legacy, the Sports Foundation, in partnership with the PNG Defence Force, agreed to refurbish the sporting facilities at the Tarama and Mari Barracks, which have been neglected over the years. The Tarama Aquatic Centre underwent a renovation exercise in April this year and was officially opened this week by the Minister of Sports, Justin Jachenko. PNGDF Commander Gilbert Toropo is thankful for such partnership to deliver an alternative venue for our athletes to use in preparation for the Pacific Games and for his men and women to fully utilize.
I'd like to thank the contractor for making this venue a very venue that we can be proud of, especially for the servicemen and women who will utilize this facility to ensure that our fitness is met, and I'm sure from this time onwards we will have no excuse for any lack of physical fitness. And so in the past, in the previous years, in the early 80s, we've had successful servicemen and dependents who have represented PNG through this swimming pool venue. And I realized that with this rehabilitation of our swimming pool, we will see some sportsmen and women, especially swimming, will be realized through this activity. But also, I'd like to also say that PNG Defence Force is proud to associate with the Sports Foundation to realize our men and women of the PNG Defence Force sports events to use this facility to train our swimmers for the upcoming 2050 Games.
The renovation of the Tarama Aquatic Centre cost 3 million kina, funded by the PNG Sports Foundation. L&A Construction carried out the exercise. The opening of such facilities opens doors to revive opportunities that died out during the negligence and deterioration of the facilities.
Now this will be the place to come to, and I hope in the future that we can also have the children participating and maybe reviving the Tarama and Murray Barracks swimming clubs, where the children can be taught how to swim, and who knows, be our next PNG swimming champions. So this is a challenge to all of us to take this forward in this regard. The swimming pool here will be maintained together with the Defence Force and the PNG Sports Foundation. There's no use us spending all this money in developing these beautiful facilities for you, the people of Tarama Barracks, if they're not going to be maintained properly and correctly. So the PNG Defence Force will work closely with the PNG Sports Foundation to ensure this pool always stays clean and exactly like it is now all year round, and leave a lasting legacy, not just for the Pacific Games and for the training, but many years to come.
Under his leadership, Prime Minister Peter O'Neill reassures that his government is committed to refurbishing the existing facilities in PNG Defence Force barracks around the country.
Tarama swimming pool is another example of what our government is trying to do. We are rebuilding the infrastructures of our country. And the South Pacific Games, the Pacific Games has given us an opportunity to do that. Although we are 2 years behind, we know that we can be able to achieve the completion of many of these facilities that we are building in time for the Games to start. This is a clear example of what can be achieved if we all work together. So I want to thank the Defence Force, the families, especially the residents of Tarama Barracks. Thank you for supporting the Minister for Defence, Minister for Sports, and all the other organizing committees for making sure that we complete this pool here today. And thank you very much to you and everyone. I know it has not been easy. I know it has not been easy trying to get a facility like this up and running.
Flanked by the students of Tarama Primary School and members of the Sports Foundation, PNG Defence Force, and surrounding community members, swimmers of the Baroko Swimming Club officially took the first dive to open the Tarama Aquatic Centre.
I'm sure the Aquatic Centre will produce some Ryan Peenies in the coming future. Don't touch that dial. Join us on the other side with the Salvo Striders. Joined us, you're watching Hotspot. The Salvation Army sent a team of 7 youths to take part in the 42.2-kilometer Gold Coast Airport Marathon under the banner of Salvo Striders, a first-of-its-kind program for youths in the southern region. Let's take a look.
A jet-lagged yet proud Salvo's youth contingent returned this week with their spoils from Brisbane, Australia. The team of 7 youths from the Salvation Army Southern Region took part in a 42.2-kilometer marathon and ran under the banner Salvo Striders in the Gold Coast Airport Marathon. A program first of its kind to send youths to participate in sporting events in Australia is aimed at equipping young men and women with necessary tools and skills that they can integrate with daily decision making. All 7 candidates were assigned a mentor to accompany them on a journey and were tested on 4 elements: the marathon, mentoring, and a chance of further education. Philip Murray was one of the youths that participated in the marathon.
We have been a great privilege for Salvation Army for the initiative that which they have been given to us for the marathon program. This has been the first time for our marathon take part in a marathon for 42 kilometers, which has been very challenging to us. The time that has been given to us to finish on the 4 hours, I break my time, mess up my time on 5 minutes early, which I make it through in 3 hours and 55 minutes. This is a program that has been an ongoing program for the youth development program, which is another path for us to continue within this program. Yeah, this is a very helpful program, especially for the young people. It's sort of a development program which help us to look for our careers where we can stable in a church as a young people to continue with church activities as well. Apart from this program, there's also a Equip Camp, which is a part of our program, which we have been within the program for almost 1 week, which is very helpful to us, especially in the leadership and discipleship program, which really changes our lifestyle as we come back in here to implement what we have been learned, especially within our church, to develop our youth. There's a training program which has been almost 6 months. Our mentors have traveled to and from Australia. We have 4 mentors from Australia who's been part of this program and are supporting us throughout this program. We have done very well. We thought that we cannot make it, but we will come with the goals. I would like to say thank you to the Salvation Army for such initiative program which they have been implemented for the young people, and thank you Salvation Army, H+K and Humanitarian Mission Services. Thank you.
And 17-year-old Mai Mukala was restricted to completing the full course due to her age, but that didn't stop the young lady from Central to take the experience as well as the lessons learned with enthusiasm.
Thank you, Maima. I understand that you're the youngest participant. Would you like to tell me how you feel to participate in this event?
It was my first time to participate in the marathon, and I was nervous at the first place because it wasn't in PNG and it was just 8 of us running. But I had my mentor running with me. His name's Bill Hunter, and he pushed me forward when I was trying to give up. But yeah, it was a good experience.
You completed half a marathon, right?
Yeah, 21K. And I ran, I finished my race in 2 hours, 23 seconds. It's a big, the Gold Coast Marathon's a big thing, so I'm inspired and I want to take part again on the next one.
Chosen for their leadership and sporting backgrounds, Dorothy Gabi, Karogo Rotana, Tegi Gomara, Willie Gabona, Isaac Yasaking and Morgan Sevi will return to their respective sporting codes of netball, soccer and rugby league and share the experience that they had. 2 candidates will be chosen from the 7 participants to attend major sporting events on the calendar this year. Also returning with their spoils from Adelaide this week, the Southern Region Salvation Army Netball team, flashing a shield and medals from the Salvation Army Netball Federation. Salvo's Netball Club president and player Linda Ligo was proud of the team's efforts and competition that they faced in Adelaide. Linda was also awarded the best and fairest of the tournament and named in South Australia's All-Star Netball team.
How do you feel about
it? It was a surprise, on the presentation dinner night. It was a surprise to me because I thought my girls here were the ones who were supposed to get this, but these were done by the umpires and the committees of the carnival. They had to vote. You know, they have this system of voting, and there were 14 votes that voted for me to get the best and fairest and also the All-Star award. So I was very shocked and surprised to have this award, and I'm really happy.
Coach Linda commended the team and their family for their support throughout the tournament and thanked the Adelaide community for their hospitality and kindness.
Congratulations to all the youths, the Salvo's basketball and netball team in their success. We'll go for another short break. Join us on the other side with more on Hotspot. Welcome back, you're watching Hotspot. Taramar Primary School in Port Moresby will be one of the schools that will participate in the rollout of the League Belong Live program. The PNG NRL team was at the Taramar Primary School this week to conduct a teacher training session.
After the official signing of the MOU between the visiting Australian Foreign Affairs and Trade Minister Julie Bishop and the PNG Education Department earlier this year, the Rugby League development program League Belong Live rolled out its program in a number of schools in Port Moresby. The PNG NRL team, led by in-country manager Mark Mom, have visited a number of schools to roll out the program, with Taramar Primary as one of the participants. The League Belong Live program harnesses the importance of school attendance, self-discipline, respect, and social responsibility. Teachers of Taramar Primary were given a briefing by Games Development Officer Kathy Nyap.
Okay, the program outcomes, we're looking at improving the quality of education for both gender, male and females, and of all abilities, whether they are disabled or if they have any disabilities. We are inclusive of everybody. And also to increase the capacity of teachers through resource and training in both rugby league and teaching profession, and increase the organization and management capacity of the PNG RFL. So in teachers, meaning that we're going to be giving out in-class activity books, like teachers can use these books to not only out in the field but also in classrooms. Our targets, we're looking at 50,000 students to participate, and 80 schools to be covered, and 500 teachers to be trained. So we'll be training you teachers next week so that you teachers will experience what we will go through with the students. So when we leave, you teachers can continue on, because we'll be leaving resources, the books, and also a kit which will include balls, cones, whistles, kicking tees, and cones, markers, and tags. So you can use these things to continue on with the program when we leave. Our key partners are as I said, DFEC, the Education Department, Rugby League, PNG Rugby League, and UPNG. Our office is located at UPNG Univenza building. So if you have any queries or anything, you can come up there and visit us.
Teachers participating in the program will be taught basic skills and drills prior to the rollout of the program. All equipment and materials will be provided by the PNG NRL team for both the teacher training clinics as well as the rollout of the program to students. A game development officer will be assigned to each school to work alongside the teachers during the 5-week program on a daily basis.
Each class will be slotted into the timetable. So every day when I come, from 9 to 12, I'll be here. So I'll say from 9:30 to 10:30, I'll take 2 classes or 1 class out with me. And then they'll come back, and then 9:30 to 10:30, another class will come out with me. So I'll leave a copy of the timetable with each teachers or each class, so that when you see that it's time for your class to come out, you'll let your class out. So it's like every day I'll be here with you. It's like I'll be teaching also here for 6 weeks.
We'll go for our final break for the evening. Join me on the other side as we wrap up the show with our weekend draws. We've come to the end of another show. A reminder that if you'd like us to feature your sports stories, please shoot us an email at sports@mtv.com.pg. Visit our Facebook page, or if you're in Port Moresby, drop by to Second Floor Garden City and ask for either Jeremy, myself, Lorraine, or Godwin and Tara, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Now let's take a look at our weekend draws. Kicking off our weekend draws in Port Moresby Hockey Association enters round 9 at the Temis Ovals on Sunday. In the men's A-grade matches, second place Bismarck Gold will take on 6th place Seagulls at 1:30 p.m, followed by United, currently leading the table, will face Sunam. In the women's matches, Sunam will take on Seagulls in the first match. Bismarck face Global Trust in the women's B-grade matches. And in the Intra Super Cup, coming off a loss last weekend against the Seagulls, the Hunters will have the home ground advantage and are determined to bury the losing streak at the Graveyard Colorbond Oval this Saturday against East Tigers. The Monio Rugby Park will stage Capital Rugby Union semi-finals this weekend. In the women's semi-finals, third-place Sisters will battle last year's runners-up Harlequins.
And in the men's Premier Division, University will face Wanderers in a do-or-die match. Sunday, in the women's second semi-final match, minor Premier Spartans will face Southern Chiefs. And hoping to take revenge from last year's defeat in the men's Premier Division, Defence are certain to take the bragging rights this year against reigning premiers Harlequins.
AFL PNG will be hosting their corporate dinner tomorrow night at the Dynasty Restaurant, and Greg Newman will be one of the guests for the night. So head down to the AFL PNG office in Baroko and get yourself a ticket or a table. There will be a lot of sports happening this weekend, so slap on a boot and take the field. And remember, play hard, play safe, and we'll catch you right here on Hotspot.